For alternate phyllotaxy, examples China rose, mustard, sunflower, opposite Calotropis and guava, and evolved for that Alstonia and oleander. Coming to the next topic, that's types of leaf. Types of leaf, basically two types of leaves are there, simple leaf and the compound leaf. Now, what is the difference between these two type of leaf? So in that, first understand the simple leaf. Simple leaf in that, suppose this is the petiole. Now, remember stalk of leaf we called petiole. Now, next thing, so this much, just a second. This much is the stalk of the leaf petiole. Now on which lamina is arranged. Then their veins and further veinlets. Right? Next, this is the part of the stem axis to which leaf attached. Can you tell me on stem, at which position leaf arise? On correct, Disha. First one, very good. Nodes. So these are the, here we call node is present. And with the node, remember, one more structure is present, from that branches arise. Very good, Gia. Axillary bud. So this is your axillary bud, right? That is present at the angle, axial position. So we call the axillary bud. Now, so now understand this. This concept is very, very important to identify which one is the simple leaf and which one is the compound leaf. So if, see, generally at the base of the entire leaf, remember my words, at the base of the entire leaf, axillary bud is present. At the base of the entire leaf, axillary bud is present. So first condition is this one that we call the simple leaf. Right? Second one, in that, this is the stem axis, then nodes, then leaf, first petiole, then next one, that's a leaf is present. Now, in this one different kind. And then over here, the axillary bud is present. So can you tell me, this one is the A diagram, in that we can see the single leaf is present. In case of B, how many leaves are present? Bolo? More than two, Ashya. That is wrong answer. Imagine over here that one entire manibini, one entire leaf, suppose this is the entire leaf, and this entire leaf, okay, that is cut, in that the incision cut occur. Large leaf that cut into small, small leaflets. See the change. And at the center, that midrib is present. So now understand this. Entire leaf is converted into now small leaflets, and these small leaflets are arranged on their main vein, or we call midrib, that we call the midrib or the main vein. Main vein, you know, right? At the center, the main vein is present, and then their branches, veinlets. So I have told you, always remember, how can we identify this one is the, हमें तो ऐसे ही लगते कि these all are leaves. No, always remember, at the base of the leaf, axillary bud is present. So suppose over here, see in this one, in second diagram, only at the, see at this position only, axillary bud is present. So consider this is one entire leaf, but this leaf is dissected into small leaflets. Now, ये एक type का adaptation होता है plant में. If large leaves are there, okay, large leaves are there, then it will affect the photosynthesis, because see, it will affect to other leaves to perform sufficient amount of photosynthesis. So to each and every leaf get the sufficient amount of sunlight for photosynthesis. For this type of adaptation, evolution, we can say that happens in plants. Now, if over here at each leaflet, जो यहाँ पे हमने leaflets बनाए, this greenish color, small leaflets, if at the base of each leaflet over here, suppose the bird is present, then you can say that these all are leaf. But in this case, only at the base of the leaf single bird is present. Only at the base of the leaf single bird is present, and that's why we call it's a single leaf but dissected into many parts, that we call leaflets. So this type of leaf we call compound, whereas entire leaf that we call the simple. Bolo Shreya. Shreya, any doubt? See in this diagram. Okay, Shreya. This is the stem axis. Stem axis. On stem axis, can you make out over here that bird is present? See, ये type के birds होते हैं. This type of structure not present at the base of this leaflets, right? So this type of leaf we called compound leaf. Here no axillary bud is present. Just one axillary, single axillary bud is present at the base of leaf. Anyone have a doubt into this, how to identify simple leaf and compound leaf? If you have doubt, unmute and ask me. Question answer. First question, if simple leaf is there, one single leaf is there, simple leaf is there, then how many axillary bud present? One. Next, if compound leaf is present, single compound leaf is present, then how many axillary bud is present? Correct. For both, one. Axillary bud is present at the base. Axillary bud is present at the base of the entire leaf. Simply remember in this way. Next thing, that compound leaf See, simple leaf, in that one more thing that you should understand. Leaf lamina, either entire, right? Or else, in second case, leaf lamina, आपने नीम के जैसे देखा होगा, they are incised, cut in this pattern. But this cutting is not completely. If completely, then become compound, right? So just superficial incision or cutting are there. Hibiscus में भी ऐसा होता है. Hibiscus के अगर leaf देखोगे ना, जासूद, China rose, then you can understand. So this type of leaf either seem entire lamina or incise, but this incision do not reach to this midrib. It's a superficial incision. These both are for simple. These both we consider simple leaf, and their base axillary bud. Next thing for compound leaf, in that when incision reach, this is the one leaf, entire large leaf is there. Okay, so this large leaf, in that cuts occur in this way, right? So now the leaf converted into this shape. Then this one is the midrib, and on which first, second, third, this side fourth, this one fourth, then fifth, like that. And at the base over here, axillary bud. So here incision reach to the midrib, and that type of leaf we call compound. That type of leaf we call compound. And these structures are formed, that is small pinna-like structure. So specifically we call pinnately compound leaf. Pinnately compound leaf. Remember, this one is very, very important. Compound leaf, in that remember incision, in first case, incision reach to the midrib and form simple pinna-like leaflets. These are now we call leaflets. Remember, it's not a single leaf. They are dissected into small leaflets. So we call small structures. So we call leaflets. And they possess all leaflets possess single axillary bud at the axil. And that is the example of pinnately compound leaf, neem, kadvo limdo. Remember, even mitho limdo, in both this type of structure present. Next, second type of compound leaf. This is the stem axis. Next, petiole, stalk of leaf we call the petiole. Then again, large leaf is present. So here incision takes place in this format, in this way. So this one become one leaflet, second leaflet, third leaflet, fourth leaflet. So when we make a diagram, then we can understand now the leaflets are arranged on petiole. They are arranged on the petiole. They are attached to the petiole because here incision in this vertical form. And at the base, single axillary bud is present. So this one looks like a palm. So that's why we call it's a palmately compound leaf. That's why we call it's a palmately compound leaf. Understood, all of you? What is simple leaf, compound leaf in that pinnately compound and palmately compound. Palmately compound in that one example, silk cotton. Remember, palmately compound leaflets are attached at one point, particularly which one? At the tip of petiole. In case of pinnately compound leaflets arrange on the midrib of leaf. Midrib बोलते हैं इसको, or else rachis. One more term, that's the rachis or main vein. All three are same. Main vein, midrib or rachis. Simple leaf, remember example, hibiscus, banyan, people leaf. Next, compound, remember the examples. In that, first of all, types, pinnately and palmately. Neem for pinnately compound leaf and palmately for that silk cotton. Tell me, anyone have a doubt in this? Yes or no? $50 students are there. I need 50 answers. જેનો મેડમ જેનો રિપ્લાય ના આવે એને કેમેરા ઓન કરવાનું કહી દેવા.
Okay. Bhavya Shah, Daksha.
મેડમ
Switch
ભવ્ય
on
મને
your camera.
ડાયરેક્ટ સેન્ડ કરે છે, દક્ષ નથી કરતો. Then
Jugal,
શાલિશા, બોલો મારે જ નામને બોલવું પડે. Next, Mishwa, Purva, not a single answer from you. Sri, next, modifications of leaf. See, in leaf, we have done first structure of typical leaf, then next venation, reticulate and the parallel. Next one that we have learned phyllotaxy and then types of leaf. Now the next topic for modifications of leaves. Modifications of leaves जैसे रूट में किया है, स्टेम में किया है, रिमेंबर फॉर क्लाइंबिंग, फॉर photosynthesis, for storage of food. The same way, leaves also modified in some of the plant, not all. In some of the plant, depends on the requirement. Leaves modified themselves to fulfill their requirement and shows the adaptations. So for that, first one, tendrils. First one, that is the tendril. Tendril, you know, हमने stem tendrils किए. Yes or no? Can you tell me what is tendril? Supporting structure to stem. Long slender structure, Jaiti, correct. Okay, long slender structure that we call tendril, spirally coiled. Long slender spirally coiled structure we call the tendril. Tendrils, it helps in climbing. To climb the plant erectly, to grow the plant erectly, so each and every leaf gets a sufficient amount of sunlight for photosynthesis. This type of modification occur in leaf. For that, one of the plant, example pea plant, green pea, vatana, right? In their leaves, see, here stem axis, then axillary bud is present. This is the petiole. So now, can you tell me first of all, it's a what type of leaf? Simple, compound. If compound, in that what type? This is node. Tell me. Meet, Disha, Jugal, Jaiti, all are correct. Others are wrong. What is the definition of pinnately compound leaf? Galav, unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the definition for pinnately compound leaf or compound leaf? Tell me.
Ma'am, when a number of leaflets are present on a common axis, that is the midrib, then we call it as a pinletly compound.
So, and remember, I have explained one more thing. If this one is the one leaf, one single leaf, then over here should be the auxiliary bird is present. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So here this thing is present.
Yes, ma'am.
कहाँ पे है? मैंने तो यहाँ पे ड्रॉ किया है auxiliary bird.
हाँ मैम, पर वो जो टेंड्रिल्स ग्रो होगी तो उधर एक्सिलरी वर्ड तो चाहिए ना.
No, ये स्टेम नहीं है कि जिसमें से auxiliary bird ग्रो होगा. मैंने जो पूछा आप उसी पे फोकस करो. इट्स नॉट अ स्टेम. अभी आप लीफ पे आ गए हो. स्टेम होता है देन यहाँ से टेंड्रिल फॉर्म होता है. दिस इज द एक्सिलरी बर्ड. समझ में आ रहा है? गालव, गालव. बोलो. This is the pinnately compound leaf. See, stalk, stem axis, nodal region, then next petiole, next that's the main leaf. Just imagine pea का leaf कितना large होगा. This entire leaf is dissected into small leaflets. Now, initially in this one, at this region, see one thing, here the leaflets are there. Now, pea plant we call climber plant. Okay, why? Because in that it climbed, it attached the support or the host supporting plant, supporting structure, and climb. This one needs structures which helps in climbing to grow erectly. So some of the tip leaflets, remember which one? Only the leaflets which are present at the tip. Only this many leaflets that terminates into long, slender, spirally coiled structure we call tendril. So here leaflets are modified into tendril. Stem में किया था auxiliary bird modified into tendril. बोलो clear है? So this is the entire leaf. This entire leaf has only single auxiliary bird. आपको सिर्फ auxiliary bird देखना है कि कहाँ पे मिलता है. At the base of, suppose आपको लगता है कि these all are leaf, simple leaf. So find out कि यहाँ पे auxiliary bird है पहले तो. If no, then consider it's a compound leaf. Clear? So first one, that is the first type of modification for the climbing. Climbing, for that long spirally coiled slender structures are formed, we call tendril. This tendril arise from terminal leaflets of pea plant. Terminal leaflets of pea plant. Remember, leaflet get terminate into tendril. This is the compound leaf, pinnately compound leaf. And this tendril helps in climbing. So first modification for climbing, example pea plant, the part which is getting modified that we call the leaflet, terminal leaflets. Second modification that is for protection. Second modification for the which one? Protection. And that you know very well. This plant you know, right? Remember, we have discussed in stem this one, opuntia. In that, entire leaf is modified into spine. Entire leaf is modified into spine. One thing, see, spine में convert होते, so mainly it helps in to reduce the transpiration rate. Transpiration rates इसमें decrease reduced हो जाएंगे because now the leaf terminate into the spine. Now next, and stem perform photosynthesis, so this we call the phylloclade. This spines, it's a pointed structure, so it also gives defense against the browsing animals. Remember, defense against the browsing animals. जैसे ही animals आएंगे ये plant को eat करने का try करेंगे, then this animals first has to pass through these spines, which gives them irritation. So generally animals avoid this plant. Like many cactus, in that leaves terminate into spine. Clear? So leaf terminate into spine, cactus for defense. Third modification, that is for storage of food, like root and stem. Third modification, that is the storage of food. Storage of food, in that you know this example. Tell me, this is what? Onion, right? So onion, and one more example for this, that's the garlic. In that leaf part, mainly the leaf based part, but the leaf part that stores the food. Leaf part stores the food and become fleshy. See this picture. ऑनियन को सेंटर में से कट कर दे तो एग्जैक्टली ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर मिलता है आपको? यस और नो? At the base over here, disc shaped stem is present, which is modified reduced stem, and base के नीचे आप देखोगे तो black color के threads like structures that are basically roots. These are basically roots. Next, here one thing, that's the leaves are present. Leaves are present, outer leaf and inner. Outer one, they are peppery in nature. Outer are peppery in nature, meaning thin, transparent, that we actually remove, peel. That is not the edible part. But inner leaves, which store the food and become fleshy, that is the main edible part. Yes or no? Outer one, peppery, that we remove, which do not store any kind of food. But inner leaves that store the food and become fleshy. This are basically, we call these leaves are scaly leaves. ये leaves जो होते हैं उसको बोलते हैं scaly leaves. Scaly leaves in that outer and inner. Outer peppery in nature, inner store the food and become fleshy. Understood? Onion. Onion, in that this structure is formed that we call bulb-like structure. The structure, entire structure we call, it's a bulb-like structure. Tunica means covering. So this entire stored food, bulb-like structure is covered with that peppery structure. So tunicated bulb, जैसे हम जिंजर में बोलते हैं राइसोम, पोटैटो के लिए ट्यूबर, onion, the stored food, for that specific name is given tunicated bulb. This one we call simple tunicated bulb. आप गार्लिक ले लो तो गार्लिक में ऐसे सिंगल सिंगल ट्यूनिकेटेड बल्ब है. यस और नो? सिंगल ट्यूनिकेटेड बल्ब, सिंगल सिंगल के ऊपर पेपर स्ट्रक्चर होता है विच वी रिमूव. So this one we call compound tunicated bulb. Garlic, remember, compound tunicated bulb, and onion, remember, simple tunicated bulb. Next modification, that is photosynthesis. That is for which one? Photosynthesis. For that example, that is Australian acacia. See, this is the Australian acacian plant. In that, initially SI, then in that gradually modification occur. C, after that B and then C. This is their petiole. Okay, this is the petiole of the Australian acacia. This petiole becomes flat and green. This petiole becomes flat and greenish color structure. Green hai, you can understand, which possesses the chlorophyll. So now this petiole can form food for the plant. Now next, that over here, why petiole performs photosynthesis? Because in that gradually the leaves are remain on the plant, which are very, very few. Very few leaves are present on plant, and they are even small also. So sufficient amount of food is not prepared by this many leaves only. For that, some other structure is required to perform. This structure also perform photosynthesis with this leaf, and this structure is the petiole. So petiole gets modified over here by possessing chlorophyll. It's a flat green structure to perform photosynthesis, and for that special term is given phyllodes. Remember, one is a phylloclade for stem. Difference इसमें आता है. Differentiate phylloclade and phyllodes. I will ask at the end. Second, remember, petiole becomes expanded, greenish color, possess photosynthesis, perform photosynthesis and prepare food. Here the leaves are small size and short-lived. Okay, short-lived meaning the lifespan is very, very less. For that, petiole perform photosynthesis. Example, Australian acacia. Remember, example, Australian acacia. Clear hai? Photosynthesis. Leaves are small and short-lived. Petiole in these plants expand, become green and synthesize food. What is phyllodes? Anyone have a doubt in this? I'm asking you. Okay. Now next. One more extra modification, which is not given in your book, but remember, that is also for photosynthesis. Example again, pea plant. Okay, example again, which one? Pea plant. In pea, remember, at the base of the leaf, this one we call leaf place over here. So small leaf-like structures are present. Can you tell me that we have learned in typical structure of leaf? Two small structures, that leaf-like structures present at the, this correct, Zanil, very good. Stipules. These are known as the stipules. So these stipules over here, see, ये तो small leaflets है, ये तो यहाँ पे large दिख रहा है, otherwise it's a small structure, okay? And terminal जो है वो climbing में convert हो गए. So again यहाँ पे question होता है that enough amount of food now synthesized by whom? So for that, these stipules that become large leaf-like structure. These stipules here become large. Generally, it's a small structure, but in this pea plant, stipules become large leaf-like structures and perform photosynthesis. They are greenish in color. Chlorophyll is present. So this type of stipules we call foliaceous stipules. This type of stipules we call foliaceous stipules. Clear? So foliaceous stipules present in pea plants. So in pea, double modification occur. One for climbing, second for photosynthesis. For climbing, leaflet terminates into tendril. For photosynthesis, small stipules convert into foliaceous stipules to perform photosynthesis. Next one, next modification, that is for, in that example, insectivorous plant. In that example, which one? Insectivorous plant. This one is the Venus flytrap. Now, one thing that remember, insectivorous plants, आपने ये तो learn किया है, right? Insectivorous plants, what is the role of them? Okay, one thing, first of all of you now switch on your video quickly. Okay, now remain like this. Atre. Aksha. Hetvi Patel. Himanshi. Mishwa. મેડમ હવે આ લોકોને હમણાં એન્ટ્રી ના આપતા મેં લોકોને રિમૂવ કરી દીધા છે.
હા ઓકે.
અક્ષા, switch on your video. Yes, good. Now remain like this. So now tell me, insectivorous plant, right? They catch insect. In that, first, just a second. Venus flytrap example, other example, that's a peacher plant. So insectivorous plant, in that remember, plants particular, their leaf get modified in specialized structure to capture the insect. Plants in there, some of the leaf get modified into the specialized structure to capture the insect. See, here the specialized structure is formed with tentacles. So once the insect visit, right, insect visit this structure, this tentacle gets closed. And inside that, different types of glands are present. Digestive glands, mucus gland, this type of glands are present that kills this insect and digest it. Now, why this plants, insectivorous plants capture the insect and not any other organism? Because insects in that outermost exoskeleton, आपने अगर कॉकरोच देखा है तो उसके ऊपर पता है ब्राउनिश कलर का मेन स्ट्रक्चर जो है दैट इज देयर एक्सोस्केलेटन. So that is made up of chitin. That is made up of chitin, and in that lots of amount of उसका जो कंपोजिशन है एन एसिटाइल ग्लूकोजामाइन, वो उसका बायोकेमिकल फॉर्म नेम है. No need to remember for time being. But in that lots of amount of nitrogen is present. So this leaves gets the sufficient amount of nitrogen by capturing the insects. That's why they choose insect to get the nitrogen. Now, one thing is remember, nitrogen is not only required for the plant. They also require the prepared food also. So only some of the leaves on the plant, many leaves are there. So some of the leaves, they are modified into to become insect capture, to capturing the insect. And some are remain as a green. Some are remain as a green for perform photosynthesis. Clear? So remember, वो photosynthesis तो करते हैं with that additional, that's to capture the insect. To capture the insect, get the, and by this way they get nitrogen. Nitrogen is very essential element. Nitrogen present in protein structure, carbohydrate structure. Nitrogen present in nucleic acid, DNA, RNA के structures में भी ये होता है. Okay, so it's a very important one, and plants need this amino acids, proteins. So one example, that's the Venus flytrap, and second example, that is pitcher plant, Nepenthes. Second, that's the which one? Nepenthes pitcher plant. So this one, this type of the structure is formed. See, यहाँ पे ये insect है. Once this insect enter into this one we call lead. Lead-like structure is formed. This lead will close this pitcher. And inside the pitcher, again same like a Venus flytrap, digestive gland, mucus gland that use this stickiness. So अगर insects को बाहर आना है ना, वो possible ही नहीं होगा. Because stickiness is there, वहां पे वो stick हो जाएगा. And on that, this digestive enzymes work. It will kill them. And from that, the plants get nourishment. That is the pitcher plant. So these are the modifications. These are the modifications of plants, of leaves. In that first we have learned, first which one we have learned? All of you write down. Tendril, for that example. Correct. See now your response. Very quick. This type of response I want. Next, second type of modification. Spine, very good. In that example, next, third, Storage of food. Very good. Example: onion, garlic, both. Next, photosynthesis. Very good. Example: Australian acacia. Next, Australian acacia example. Next, it's what is written here? Insectivorous. Last one, that's the insectivorous plants. Example: peacher plant and Venus flytrap. Even sundew plant. Vishwa, Zeel. Again, Khushali Shah, Himanshi, Hitvi, मोहम्मद. आपको स्पेशल बोलना पड़ेगा कि आप ऑन करो कैमरा. क्लियर है? दिस वन. Good. Now break for 5 minutes. Okay. Then we will finish. Are you all back? So now again, switch on your camera. Start. Remain like this till the end of this lecture.
Mohammed, switch on your camera.
Madam, tell them only one time. If we are not interested, we are not interested.
Hit Shah. Atre. Himanshi. Mishwa.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Khushi Desai.
When the flower becomes mature, okay, flower becomes mature, remember, it opens. Generally, if immature flower remains in a bud stage, close condition hota hai, then gradually these buds open and becomes a flower. So this opening of flower we call, that process we called anthesis. This one we called anthesis. Okay. Anthology, study of flower. Anthesis, opening of flower, that process. Next, now we are going to study the typical structure of flower. Flower, as we have discussed, the tip part, shoot tip part is modified into flower. So here, flower that is formed we call floral meristem. Those meristem tissue involved into form of flower we call floral meristem. Basically, it's a what? Shoot apical meristem. Basically, it's a shoot apical meristem. So this shoot apical meristem that changes into floral meristem and form a flower. Next, second point, that see, flower is the reproductive unit of the angiosperm. Angiosperms are flowering plants, commonly known as the flowering plants. So remember, angiosperms main reproductive unit we call flower. Now in this flower for which type of reproduction? Can you tell me? Flowers are required in plants for what type of reproduction? You know that vegetative, sexual, asexual. So out of these three, for which one these flowers are required? Your answer? Sexual reproduction is the correct answer. Asexual में that fragmentation, fission that you have learned. Then next, gametes formation. Gametes are required for sexual reproduction. Whenever the gametes are involved, means that type of reproduction we call sexual reproduction. Now, next thing, so flower is required or meant for sexual reproduction. A typical flower, remember, flower part is very, very, very important, because in this 5th chapter, given the base of the flower, that you should understand in detail, given in the 12th standard chapter number 2. बेस नहीं क्लियर होगा तो चैप्टर नंबर 2 12th स्टैंडर्ड में इनिशियली तो कुछ भी नहीं समझ में आएगा. रिमेंबर. सो फर्स्ट, flower has 4 whorls. Flower has total how many whorls? 4 whorls, layers. In that outermost whorl, okay, first whorl we call calyx. Second we call corolla. And third we call androecium. Fourth we call gynoecium. Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. See, when a flower in a bud condition, means closed condition. So outside, if you have observed, ऐसे greenish color के structures होते हैं. Leaf. Okay, outside to that bud. So that we call calyx. फिर ये calyx को हम remove करेंगे, then we can observe corolla. Corolla को remove करेंगे, then androecium and then gynoecium. Hibiscus में आपने देखा होगा, long stalk like structure come from that flower, and on that this type of structures are present. Have you ever observed this thing? On stalk, this type of structures are arranged in hibiscus. Yes or no? These are androecium. ये जो structures होते हैं, these are androecium. Okay. Next. So first remember the sequence, outer to inner. Outer whorl calyx, then corolla, then androecium, and innermost whorl that we call the gynoecium. Now next, madam, in between Himanshi, except the Himanshi, જેના પણ videos off થઈ ગયા છે બધાને remove કરી દેજો.
Okay.
બોલો શ્રેયા.
मैम આજે एंड्रीशियम છે એની ઉપર જે આ રાઉન્ડ પાર્ટ છે એ બી એન્ડ્રીશિયમ જ છે
It's
કે
a part
બીજું
of
કઈ છે?
it's a part of androecium. They are anthers. It's a part of androecium. Okay. See, this greenish color structures we call entire calyx. Then next, petals are there in flower. Sunflower में yellowish color है, rose में red color, right? So like that, this colorful petals we call corolla. Then next stamens are there. This entire structure we call androecium. This entire structure we call androecium. And at the center, this entire structure, ovary and other things are present that we call gynoecium. Clear now? Now next, so out of these four, see gynoecium, in that ovary, in that which forms the ovule, in that egg cell is formed. Androecium, or in short, you remember in this way, gynoecium form female gamete and androecium form male gamete. So for sexual reproduction, gametes are required. Gametes are formed gynoecium, by the gynoecium and androecium. This corolla and calyx, if these are not there, still gametes can be formed by these two walls, androecium and gynoecium. Yes or no? Yes or no? If androecium and gynoecium are present, they helpful in sexual reproduction, though the calyx corolla absent. Now, so on the basis of this information, this total four walls divided into two, gynoecium and androecium are known as essential whorls of flower. These two are known as essential whorls of flower. Whereas these two, calyx and corolla, these two are considered as accessory whorls. कैलिक्स आउटर मोस्ट है तो वो प्रोटेक्शन देता है, कोरोला कलरफुल है तो वो इंसेक्ट को अट्रैक्ट करता है फॉर पॉलिनेशन, राइट? सो दिस टू आर, रिमेंबर, आर एसेसरी वर्ड्स. कैलिक्स करोला एसेसरी, gynoecium androecium essential words. Now next, flower, in that those flower in which both the that's the essential whorls are present, androecium and gynoecium, both the essential whorls are present, androecium and gynoecium, then this type of flower we called bisexual. This type of flower we call bisexual, or other term, that's the monoecious. Flower we call bisexual or monoecious flower. These two terms are very, very important. Either throughout 11th, 12th में आने ही वाला है. Bisexual, other term monoecious. And those flowers, either they have female reproductive part or male reproductive part. Female flower, male flowers different. So that type of flower we call unisexual, or else we call dioecious flower. Unisexual, or we call the dioecious flower. So remember, when a flower has both the whorls, androecium and gynoecium, we called bisexual flower or monoecious. But some of the flowers are there in which male, okay, that flower we call only male flower because they possess only androecium. Other flower we call only female flower that possess only gynoecium, right? So if this type of condition, meaning single sexes are present in each flower, we call unisexual or dioecious. Two sexes are separated. Right? Any doubt in this? Any doubt? Question answer. First, stalk of the flower is known as pedicel. Correct. Next, if flowers are arranged on the floral axis, at the base older flower, at the tip younger flower, so that type of arrangement we call arrangement. I have asked, I knew आप लोग यही लिखोगे. Arrangement we call acropetal. Very good, Sunny. Acropetal type of arrangement. And इसका exactly opposite कौन सा होता है? That we call basipetal. Correct. Next. So acropetal in that racemose inflorescence, basipetal in that cymose inflorescence. Next. After that, racemose or cymose, out of these two, in which one the indeterminate type of growth occur? Correct. Saurabh Pal, Diya Vyash, Archie, Zil. Yes, racemose. And in case of cymose, that's the determinate type of growth. Next, after that, how many whorls are present in a flower? 4. Which are they? First one, calyx, correct. Then second, corolla, very good. Third one, androecium, correct. And fourth, gynoecium. Now, if both the whorls, androecium and gynoecium, are present, then we call that type of flower we call bisexual, correct. Any flower, suppose calyx, corolla, and only androecium is present, that type of flower we call unisexual. Same, either calyx, corolla, and gynoecium, then also we call unisexual. Next, after that, next thing that next last definition for the the pedicel and all this well, thalamus. Thalamus, or else we call receptacle. Thalamus, or else we call the receptacle. So this is the pedicel, stalk of the flower. At the tip, the tip part of the pedicel, it becomes swollen. Tip part of the pedicel that become swollen. Aksha, focus over here. Tip part of the pedicel that swollen, that becomes swollen, and that we call thalamus or receptacle. That we call the thalamus or receptacle, on which, see over here, this one is the thalamus or receptacle. These four whorls, calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium, these four whorls are arranged. So remember, that's why the name given receptacle also received. Thalamus or receptacle, the tip part of the pedicel or the stalk of the flower gets swollen, and on which these four whorls are arranged. This much information for thalamus or receptacle. Tell me. In short, what is receptacle? Thalamus, that's the other name. Shreya, give me that short definition. Eighth, what are you writing? Yes, Archie, correct. Swollen end of pedicel. Swollen end of pedicel, that we call the thalamus or receptacle. See, I have, a second.